Merry meet and welcome to Lux Dragon Queen Magic. I'm Taylor and today is our Divine Masculine Collective reading. So whether you're here to balance out your own energies or if you're here to check into a twin flame connection, there definitely is a message for you here today. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So right off the bat, we do have Father coming out for us. I take responsibility for my creations. And then if you would like to further embody and engage with the energy, you may want to pause and take a screenshot. Something too I just want to say is that this really can relate to the energy of parent and just understanding more about the divine masculine energy and how it comes out in the form of parenting. So I just want to say that because this does have a lot of words around saying that people come from both a mother and a father biologically, but the real fact of the matter is that we may have a parent who represents our father, but maybe not biologically our father, and that is okay. If anything, it is perfect, right? Because we have the family that we were meant to have. And so really the main thing that we're wanting to understand with this is that there's so much scopes when it comes to what it means to be a father or a parent in general and what it means to be a child as well. So understanding to exactly where that energy comes from for you and how you transmute it into your own life is going to be so important moving forward. So the reason why I say that is because for everyone here, there may be a need to reconcile the emotions with the divine masculine who taught you in your life, as well as maybe how your mother has viewed that divine masculine in their life, and then further how you yourself are being that disciplinary in your own life. And then it doesn't just have to be in regards to children, because you can be the father of a nation, you can be the father of a group of people, you can be the father of a company, you can be someone who has created something and now you're just so responsible for the well-being of it to the fullest extent. You're not just responsible for one just element, you're responsible for the future of that creation there. So it's just so important to understand how fully encompassing this energy can be and to just recognize what you yourself have created within this life, what you yourself are responsible for. Because that's the main thing coming across to me is I take responsibility for my creations. And so what does it mean to you to be responsible for something that you have created? Maybe it's a certain art project. Maybe it's, again, a certain business that comes through, or maybe it truly is your child. And maybe there is a new venture coming forward where as your child grows, you need to grow with them. I have a very firm believing that as parents, when we adjust and grow, there is this need to grow into the kind of person that our child needs, not the kind of person that we think we need to be. So there's just a lot of different energy encompassing around this. And I do think it's very interesting that this energy is coming out right after Mother's Day. So really what this is telling me too is that there is a need to connect to both sides of that energy and understand truly how they balance each other out. And again, you can have the energy of both the mother and father within you. The last thing I will say in regards to this energy too is understanding too how you recognize within your faith too. So how do you see the father in your faith? Who is the father in your faith, and how do you connect with that energy? How do you become divine within this energy so that you can further embody and take on the energy of the Father? Okay, and then we do have tarot. Today we're using our Shadowscapes. And we have the Hermit coming out for us today in reverse. And so immediately this is telling me that, okay, it's interesting. So immediately this is telling me that we have been avoiding being alone lately and that we have been putting a lot of distractions in front of us instead of getting to the true heart of the matter, because the reality is that we have all the answers that we need, and it is up to us to look inside and take that time by ourselves in order to turn this right side up. The Hermit phase is not a negative phase. It is a phase so that you can come into better understanding about what is good for you and how you act within this world, because it's so important for you to understand the internal energies of yourself and to dive deep into who you want to be and who you truly are in order to fully express that. Okay? And then right off the bat of it, we do have the Queen of Wands also reversed. So this is telling me that this is the energy that we are not looking into understanding. We are missing the inspiration that is available to us. We're missing that creative, passionate soul that is inside of us. We're shutting it down, especially if you're here to balance out masculine energy. There is something around the fact that creativity and passion has been diminished within this world, and that you are seen as weak for having these feelings and these passions, especially if it is something that is not seen as useful or worthwhile. So in reality, though, you do have something within yourself. Again, so it comes back to creation. So there is something that you have created or something that wants to be created within your soul, and it is your responsibility to birth that into reality. Okay, so We do also have the Hierophant coming out reversed. So this is actually echoing that same energy around the Hermit and understanding that all the answers lie within ourselves. So we are not taking the time we need in order to truly rise up to the occasion. We are seeking validation from other sources, outside sources, and that is not working for us. Instead, it is time again to go into that internal energy and to understand that everything that is happening right now in the external world doesn't have that much to do with you, or the reasons why it's happening is because you're letting them control the situation. The reality is, because all of this is reversed, so the reality is it's time for you to take control again, and that first starts with taking time for yourself and understanding truly what you want out of this world and out of yourself. That's the most important part. What do you want out of yourself? Because at the end of the day, that's all you can truly control. So understanding your realm of your circle of control versus your circle of influence is going to be so important, because there's a lot of things that we can influence in life, but there's most of the time influencing does not translate to control. And so understanding exactly what we can do in order to have the life that we want is going to be so important, because it's really more about the decisions that you're making. And again, this creativity energy is wanting to come out. So there is an idea within your soul that is waiting to be birthed, and you just need to spend a little bit more time with yourself to uncover it. Okay, and so also reverse, we do have the Six of Cups coming out for us today. And so this is very interesting energy coming out, because right away, the first thing that's coming out to me is that there is this thing about holding on to childhood memories. So there is something, a dream or goal that you have held on to that no longer resonates with what you're actually capable of. So something too coming forward is maybe there is something that your father or your parental figure put on you to say that this is my path, this is my dream for you, and you've carried that with you this whole time. But the reality is that that wasn't meant for your soul, and your soul knows that, even if your mind has not let yourself hear it. And so really what's happening this week is this need to understand that it is not your fault that that dream was not yours. I'm getting that scene from A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff, where Austin Ames, the football player, and the dad at the very spoiler alert, I guess. The dad at the very end is like, "What are you doing? You're throwing away your dream." And he's like, "No, I'm throwing away your dreams, Dad." And that's really this energy coming forward, is the fact that you are disconnecting from that dream that never really was yours. So the other thing that's coming forward is like maybe your parents wanted you to always be a doctor or a lawyer. They really saw big things for you, and you do have big things ahead of you. They're just not in the same way that they saw it, because ultimately your soul cries out for something else. You see injustice in a different way, and you are working towards fighting against that kind rather than what your parents saw, because you have different filters within this life. You do view this world differently from your parents and what they had dreamed for you. So there is this need to let go of this path and to let go of the energy that you've held on to for so long, trying to fit yourself into being a different person, into a different mold, when in reality you were meant to be so much more. So an imagery coming through is if you were in a standard human mold, but you were meant to have wings, then of course you're going to grow uncomfortable in that mold, because there is not enough room for you to grow. And so just truly understanding that energy. Again, it is okay to let go. It is okay to start reversing this energy. That's again why you're being called to turn into yourself and understand truly what you want, and do some soul searching for yourself, because there is a light shining bright within you, and it's only going to get brighter as you start to recognize it. And then eventually you will get into that King of Wands energy, where from the Queen you understand your internal, but instead you'll turn to the external and you'll know better how to express yourself. So understand that you are meant for greatness. You are just meant to take responsibility for your creations and what that means. The other thing coming through too is, if this in regards to truly parenting your own children, is understanding that maybe the way that your parents parent is not really a valid way anymore. Things have changed within this world so much since your parents have been parents, especially with the technological age that we're in. And so understanding more about how to have that flexibility and freedom with your own children is going to be so important. So definitely take these however it resonates for you, but understand that you are meant to look within yourself. Your soul knows what you need to do. Next, we have Oracle from the Angels. And we do have 39, blessing, coming through. And I really love this energy coming through, because this is a confirmation from Spirit that no matter how things look right now, you are stepping onto a path. You are truly blessed within this life. And so definitely, again, gratitude is coming forward. So recognizing all the things that surround you, all the things that serve and work for you, the experiences that you've had within your life. You have lived such a unique life that you are going to further be able to embody this energy, and you are going to be a blessing to those around you is what's coming through, especially since we have that Father card coming out today. So you are truly touching the souls of other people. It is just so important for you to understand what your soul is saying, because others are starting to recognize what your soul is saying without you doing that good internal work. And so it's going to feel a little off kilter, a little bit upside down, because you haven't decided to recognize it for yourself yet. Okay, and then next we do have health coming forward. So something too that's coming through for this is it's so important to take care of yourself in this moment. The other thing coming through is if you are worried about the health of your children, if you're worried about the health of your mind, about your sanity, that you have nothing to worry about because you are truly being healed. So this blessing, this health energy coming forward is really just confirmation from Spirit that you are cared for, you are strong, and you will get through this moment. Do not worry about the way that it's interesting. So do not worry about the pains that are being caused right now, because ultimately they will heal from this. This moment will pass. And then next we do have power coming out with the number 8. And so really, again, confirmation from Spirit that as you, I'm really being shown the fact that this person is kind of shielding away from this really bright light that exists within them. And so there is this need, again, to understand exactly how powerful you have, how powerful your own soul is within this own thing. It's okay to be blinded by how bright you shine right now, because you will get used to the brightness of your own soul. You will get used to understanding exactly what you were meant to do within this life. You will get used to being that figure that you did not have in your past. You will be used to being the person who shows up. Okay, and then messages from the mermaids. All right, we have dreaming. So right away, something that is coming forward. Okay, so there's 2 messages actually here. So the first message that I'm hearing is the fact that, again, it comes back to the fact that your soul knows what you want. You've had a dream for a long time. I'm hearing you can go back to your childhood memories around what you wanted to do, right? Isn't that something that they always asked us growing up? Is like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you had a dream that you wanted to be, but you let that go because you were told that it wasn't meant for you, that was for a different kind of person. But the reality is that you are the exactly right kind of person for that dream that you had, even if it doesn't seem like it. So there is this energy around the fact that you will be different from those around you, but that is because you've lived such a unique life. But you are changing with this world, and you are going to be part of the change that this world needs, okay? You're a part of the change that the people in your life need. The other thing that's coming through is that you've probably been having some very interesting dreams lately, and there are messages for you within those dreams. And so truly understand exactly what those dreams are trying to tell you, because it is a lot of times, so just to bring out the scientific part of dreams too, a lot of times dreams are putting forward things from our subconscious that we're not really recognizing within ourselves. And a lot of times when you're dreaming, yes, sometimes it's going to be just about the anxieties of the day, of the week, of the life. But then there are always certain elements where you're like, wow, why did that even show up? And there's a deeper message in those elements. So I encourage you to, again, turn into yourself and look for why you're dreaming such things, and truly understand exactly what is coming forward for you, through you. And next we do have relaxation. So this is so important because Spirit is encouraging you to take that time for yourself, take that time to heal, take that time to understand yourself and truly understand. So this is part of your blessing, is that you're being given the time to relax, and you are being given the time to turn into yourself. So if you think you do not have this time, that is just an illusion that you have placed on yourself. Again, that you're seeking outside validation. You're distracting yourself from what truly you know is within your heart and soul, because there is going to be a change within your life that you think that you are not ready for, that you think is going to be bigger than you are. But the reality is that you are going to be able to overcome all of those obstacles, because you are here with Spirit. You are here balancing out your divine energy. So take those moments to relax, take those moments to dream, to truly understand exactly what you want to create and how you want to exist within this world, because it is for you to do. Okay, and then right away we have awareness coming into. So it's very interesting. All these cards are coming together to really say the same thing. It is up to you to become aware. It is the first step is awareness. The first step is just truly understanding. So even if right now you're just in this denial phase of what is good for you and good for your soul. And so instead turning it around to just see and become aware of the situation and truly understand, you're right. This is not where I want it to be. This is not how I wanted to act. Maybe something too coming through in regards to true parenting. Maybe there's a certain thing that happened and you're like, I never wanted to be that kind of parent. I wanted to be different. And so you've been in denial and you're like, well, maybe it was just one time, maybe it was just this certain element. And the reality is you have to take a more proactive approach in how you want to be presented within this world. So the first step is always awareness. You can take your time, you can take it easy, because that is part of the gift that you're being given, is this time to relax and truly understand what is good for you and how you want to move forward. You don't have to make a plan right away, but as long as you start to recognize that there is the need for a new plan, you will start to see what you need most in this world. Okay, and then this coming through, so just beautiful confirmation from Spirit. Not only do you have light surrounding you, there's a lighthouse even in this image. There is a light guiding you and shining to recognize you. So there, light calls to light. And with that energy is the fact that the light within your soul is wishing to come out, needs to be expressed. You have lived in the shadows for too long, and you may not even realize that you are in the shadows because you have so much light within yourself. And so understanding exactly how brightly you can shine, you do not need to dim yourself because of the beings around you. You do not need to let up on who you truly are simply because others will try to smother that light out of you, because the reality is that that light cannot be smothered away from you. All right. I mean, I think I say it probably often on here, but that is the true meaning of lux on this channel. Lux is a measurement of a candle flame, which you would think is so dim, but when you light it in a dark room, it shines much brighter than most people would realize. And the reality is that people can see it from a far distance, no matter how dark the night is. So just truly understanding again that you yourself are full of light and that you are meant to shine so bright. So understanding that creativity, take time to relax, take time to understand your dreams, because this is what's meant for you. Your heart is calling out for you. All right, and so now we do have some archetype cards. So one of these may really resonate with you, and you may want to take a screenshot to further meditate on the images later, but ultimately all of these cards are here for us for a reason today. And so right away, we do have the Shaman coming out. I really love this card coming out for us when we're talking a lot about being a creator, for being an embodiment of light, because that is exactly what the Shaman is. They are a healer. They are someone who understands the spiritual realms, who understands exactly how they work and operate within this world to the point where they can support others in doing that same kind of energy work. And so this gem is really calling out to me today over the fact, so again, recognizing your own soul and how bright and shiny it is going to be so important. You are going through a transformation right now, and you are meant to help others go through that transformation as well. Again, parenting is coming forward. So you are supporting those around you. You are supporting more than just yourself. And that is okay, because you are able to. You are such a strong person. Okay, next we have Thanatos coming out. So first we have the Self. This is an initiation, and this is very similar to that of the Death card, of course. And again, it is showing us that you are going through a transformation right now, and that you are able to support others in transformations as well. And so again, understanding exactly what is within your soul, what is calling out to be change, because you are capable of change. There's not many, I won't say that. That's my own personal thing. So putting myself aside, you are capable of change, and you're capable of supporting others in the changes that they need to be making in their life. So definitely take on this energy of understanding that this world is constantly changing, and that there is a need for change, and that you are someone who is able to help create that change within this world is so important. And then we do have a tool coming out as well, the Vision. All right, so we were getting a lot around the fact that you are spiritually connected and understanding. We also were seeing snakes in this imagery as well. And so snakes are also a symbol of change and transformation. And so something too coming forward is the fact that within this vision, you know where you're supposed to go. You know what you want. You have a vision for the future of what you wanted. Again, just need to quiet your mind and step into your own personal sacred space, and understanding exactly what this vision looks like to you, exactly how it resonates with your soul is going to be so important. But you are meant to do that. You are meant to have this vision. You are meant to bring about a future that is different from the reality that you knew or thought you were going to create. Okay. And then this week we're going to do some acts of kindness as well. So this may be acts of kindness for yourself. They may be for close family member or friends, or even your community. And then at the end of the day, though, these are just suggestions, not commands. All right, and so we have try gardening in some way. This is going to be a beautiful way. There is something called heart garden or soul gardening where you essentially work within a garden to truly understand more about the energy that you yourself are putting out there. So if there's something that you really want to plant, there's something that you really want to try, this is time to do it. Even if it seems so simple to just start it in regards to the garden, you may never know exactly how it's going to help light up your soul and help you understand more about how you want to work within this world. And then we have consider mentorship. So absolutely love this energy. So ultimately, this could mean mentorship for yourself, or it could mean for mentoring others. But with everything else that has happened in regards to this, it could be both, honestly. I was going to say it mainly is coming across as the energy that you are mentoring others, but there is a need, again, to understand yourself truly. So if you need to take that additional step and ask for someone else to help you, support you in regards to helping open up your own soul, just understand that you are meant then to further support others. All right, I'm going to go ahead and leave the messages here for us today. There was a lot that came through, but really the main thing that I want you to understand is how bright and beautiful you are inside and out, and the fact that you are going through these changes and that you are meant to do what your heart and soul truly want. So if it seemed impossible before, understanding and getting out of that denial, because something I recently read is when people say impossible, they just mean improbable. And so with that, I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you for liking and subscribing. Please do not forget to comment below. Let us know more about what you're going through to gain some support from a like-minded community. And I will definitely see you guys next time. Blessed be.